Imagine you're shopping for a new laptop and you come across these two product descriptions. Description A is this laptop is super fast and has a great battery life. It's perfect for all your computing needs. Then you have description B. With an Intel Core i7 processor and 64 gigabytes of RAM, this laptop can handle even the most demanding tasks with lightning speed. And with a 9-hour battery life, you can work or play all day without worrying about plugging in. So, which one feels more compelling and trustworthy? This one, right? And why? Because it used specific, concrete details to back up its claims. Instead of saying superlatives like super fast or great battery life, it gives you exact numbers and specificities that help you visualize the laptop's performance. So, why is specificity so persuasive? Before I tell you more about this, hey, I'm Svet, the Copywriting Titan, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can crush your conversions with specificity. And if you're a business owner who is selling stuff online or a freelance copywriter, you'd want to watch this video until the very end. All right, let's get into it. There are a few key reasons, I have a mistake here, why specific language is more compelling than vague or abstract claims. The first one, it's more believable, right? Concrete details act as proof points that help readers trust your message. And instead of just telling them to take your word for it, you're showing them exactly why your claim is true. Okay, theory. Example. Our customer service is the best in the industry. That's very vague, right? Here's how we can make it more specific. With an average response time of 2 minutes and a 98% satisfaction rating, our customer service is unmatched. See how this is more believable by being more specific with these two numbers. Second one is it's more memorable. Specific language creates vivid mental images that stick in your reader's mind long after they've finished reading or watching a video if it's a video. It helps your message stand out from the sea of generic claims they see every day. Here's an example. This is vague. This workout program will get you in the best shape of your life. I mean, it's not the worst copy in the world, but it's very, very mediocre. Here's how we can make it more specific. In just 90 days, this workout program will help you shred 15 pounds of fat, build lean muscle, and carve out six-pack abs you could bounce a quarter of. Very good copy, right? First of all, it has a specific time frame. It talks about shredding pounds of fat, and it means just 15, which means it's just 5 pounds of fat per month, which isn't too much, and it's not a crazy claim. It also says it builds lean muscle and carves out six-pack abs. But I also added you could bounce a quarter of. This is creating this vivid mental image. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to, like, six-pack abs, nice, but six-pack ab, you could bounce a quarter of. Amazing, right? Awesome. Number three, it's more actionable. Concrete details give your readers a clearer picture of what to expect and what to do next. They help translate abstract benefits into tangible outcomes. Let me actually underline this. That feel more real and attainable. Here's an example. The vague one is our software will streamline your workflow and boost your productivity. Not terrible, right? But here's how we can make it more specific. With features like one-click invoicing and automated follow-ups, our software can save you up to 10 hours per week on busy work, freeing you up to focus on your most important tasks. So here are the features, and here are the benefits. You're saving up to 10 hours per week, and then freeing up you to focus on your most important tasks. And here it could be something like freeing your time to be spent on actually growing your business, or maybe if maybe you can even say giving you enough time to not only grow your business but spend it with your family or friends or whatever. This could be even more specific. Okay, So instead of just making claims, you're painting a vivid picture that your readers can latch on and believe. So these are the three um, um, reasons why specificity is so persuasive. Now I'm going to share 5 tactics for boosting specificity in your copy. But if you're enjoying this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All right, how can we actually put the power of specificity to work in our own writing? Here are 5 concrete tactics to try. The first one, as we already seen, is to use numbers and data. That's because it makes your copy, and it's one of the easiest ways. Um, it could be percentages, could be dollar amounts, it could be time frames, or any other relevant metrics. Let's take a look at an example. Over 250,000 customers have already switched to our platform, and let's say they have saved an average of 500 per month on their bills. So we have social proof here, which I talked about in my previous video, so you can go back and watch it. And we're using a specific number, over 250,000 customers, which means a lot of people, right? So this is great credibility and social proof. And they have saved an average of $500 per month on their bills. This is great. Okay, second one, show, don't just tell. This is one of the, I would say, the one of the biggest copywriting sins of most marketers is they are showing and not telling. They are, my bad, they are telling and not showing. So instead of just simply stating a benefit or a feature, you can look for ways to vividly illustrate that benefit or feature, right? And this could be done by analogies, examples, sensory details, anything else. Here's an example. Telling, our noise cancelling headphones provide an immersive audio experience. This is just telling, and it's dry, it's boring, and I can't picture it. Here's how to show it. Slip on our noise cancelling headphones, and the world around you instantly fades away, leaving you alone with your music in rich, crystal clear detail. Can you see how much more specific and persuasive this is? And it's because we are showing it to them. Okay, get granular with the details. The more specific details you can include about your product, service, or story, because if you're writing a story, you want more details, the more credible and memorable it will feel. This will add color and texture to your descriptions. Here's an example. Our eco lodge is the perfect place for a relaxing getaway. That's very generic, right? Here's how to make it more specific. Nestled in a lush rainforest, our eco lodge features cozy hand-woven hammocks, farm-fresh organic meals, and daily yoga classes overlooking a tranquil waterfall. So we are adding a lot of details here to this kind of like a story, because it's not nestled in a lush rainforest. You have this hand-woven hammocks, farm-fresh organic meals, and daily yoga classes, which actually all this translates to a relaxing getaway, and especially the tranquil waterfall. It will be an amazing feature, right? All right, tap into the senses. This is the fourth tactic you can use to make your copy more specific. Sensory language, these are words that evoke sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. And let me bold all these without end. As are very, very powerful for creating vivid mental images. So you should always look for ways to help your readers physically experience your message. Here's an example. Imagine sinking your teeth into warm, gooey cinnamon roll fresh from the oven. The aroma of sweet spices wafting through your kitchen. Can you see how powerful this is? Because you're tapping into a few senses. You're making them imagine. So this is kind of like sight in a way. Then you have the taste, gooey, and the texture. And then you have also the aroma, which is the smell. So this is tapping into sight, taste, and smell. Obviously, sight you're not actually seeing when you're imagining, but it's still kind of the senses. Number five, be more specific with your call to actions. I've seen people write extremely basic and generic call to actions. So, for example, learn more, get started, or sign up now. All these are super generic. And here's how you can make them more benefit driven. Join over 10,000 happy customers. Start your free 30-day trial today and experience the mind blowing results for yourself. That's a great call to action, but right. Okay, if it's a call to action button, maybe this is just too long. So maybe you can say, start your free trial, or um, if the idea is to experience some kind of results, for example, instead of saying get started with our program, say, and if it's a weight loss program, you can say burn fat fast, or drop 30 pounds of fat in the next 3 months, or something like this. It can be very short. It doesn't have to be so long as this example. If it's a button, if it's just a link, you can make it longer. So by weaving all these five tactics throughout your copy, you can make your writing feel more tangible, trustworthy, and impactful. And to your readers, you'll be able to visualize your message more clearly and feel a stronger sense of engagement. All right. In my previous video, I actually shared an example of how you can weave social proof. So let's read this example. When Sarah first came to us, she was drowning in debt and barely making ends meet. But after going through our financial program, she was able to pay off $50,000 in credit card bills, build a 6-month emergency fund, and finally start saving for her dream home. Well, here's exactly how she did it. So this is like a quote or the lead of a story, testimonial. But here's how we can make it even more specific. When Sarah first came to us, she was drowning in debt. So this can be a little bit more specific. She was, how we can say, maybe $1,000 down in debt, and she was on the verge of getting kicked out of her accommodation. So this is more specific than saying drowning in debt and barely making the ends meet. And actually drowning in debt and barely making ends meet is kind of similar. So she was $100,000 drowning in debt or something. Okay, but after going through our financial coaching program, she was able to pay 50,000 in credit card bills. This is quite specific, so it's good. Build a 6-month emergency fund. This is also very good. And finally, start saving for her dream home. And this can be a little bit more specific. You can say, and finally, start saving for the lake house in whatever some location she has been dreaming of since she was in college. This could be a little bit more specific. So in this case, we can make the copy even more specific, which would be even more powerful. All right, but is being specific always great? Well, not if you're ultra specific. And I'm going to show examples of how ultra specificity, much like ultra vagueness, turn the reader's bullshit meter on. Here's an example. Get your first client in the next 5 hours and 46 minutes. Here's another one. Master writing persuasive headlines in less than 160 minutes. And then we have a third one. Create your own Shopify store in less than 227 minutes. Your BS meter is buzzing right now, right? That's because the examples are way too specific. And we can compare them to these examples. Get your first client in the next 6 hours, master writing persuasive headlines in 2 hours or less, or create your own Shopify store in less than 4 hours. These three are saying almost the exact same thing, but they're not being way too granular with the details, right? And in this case, they are much more believable. Here's another example that makes my head spin. Over 1,205,433 customers have bought our course. Kind of crazy, right? So here are the two major things that are driving me insane. First of all, they have over and they have an ultra specific number. So if you have this specific number, especially with a 33, then adding over doesn't make any sense. So you should either say over 1,200,000 customers have, or just say the exact number. Although, like, I mean, it's not impossible that you have all these customers, but saying this exactly specific number is just going to sound a little bit more unbelievable. So I would just stick to either over this amount and say maybe just three zeros here, or even better. So this is even better, over 1.2 million, or you can even say over 1 million customers, and that's perfectly fine as well. Though this is a little bit more specific and maybe a little bit more believable. This is too specific and makes it unbelievable. And if you say um, many customers are happy, is very very vague. So don't be vague. Don't be ultra specific. All right. Well, that's about it. What are next steps for you? Like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment if you like this video and what you found the most interesting. And put your notifications on because you don't want to miss every other video, because I'm sharing a lot of stuff from my 10 years of experience of being a copywriter and copy chief. And if you want to work with me, you can reach out via some of the links in my bio. Catch you next time. See ya.